I'm very, very annoyed with this radio. Why? Shit. I blame this radio because when you turn on the car, this sometimes takes a long time to boot. Black screen, black screen, black screen, still. Citroën, still hasn't booted up. It's taking a long time. I'm not exaggerating. Twiddle me thumbs. There you go. So only now would the sensors come online, the parking sensors. Because what happened is I turned on the car and it was this time it took to become operational, and I slammed into a lamppost, and that's what caused the damage there at the back. So this is the damage that was done. There was more here, but I wiped it off. But the worst part is it cracked the rear light. That's a crack. That is really, really heartbreaking, because you all know how much I love this car. The lamppost was right where the D pillar is, so I couldn't see it. And I've become heavily reliant on sensors. And you know, you might say, oh, but that means you're not a good driver. I don't know, probably, but modern cars are very bulbous, you know, they bulge a lot to the sides. I remember my old BX was brilliant because it was so square, not just because of that, but where the window ended, the car ended. So it's very easy to judge, you know, where the car's corners were. And it's not so with modern cars. I've had this problem since my Volvo S60. I'm sure you've already surmised what happened, but what happened was that I switched on the car, the sensors did not turn on, and I began to maneuver because I wasn't waiting for the sensors to come online to start going places, you know. No one's going to wait that long. So that's what happened. I began to move. I thought the sensors were working. They weren't. Crash. So sensors are fundamental for me to maneuver. And yeah, this keeps failing me, and it failed me way too much today. So this has got to go. Now I could go for something like a SMEG system or an NAC. They're official Citroën equipment, so it would just be plug and play, more or less. I probably had to get a CAN bus adapter, so that's extra complexity. So I'm just going to go for an Android radio, an Android header unit. It's cheaper, and hopefully it'll be good. We'll see. That'll be interesting, by the way. I will film the installation and then obviously give a review with all the pros and cons. So once again, I'm taking the risks and stuff, so you don't have to. Has to be said though, it's going to be a touchscreen. I feel like I'm falling to the dark side, but in all honesty, I don't see that much of an alternative. So in one sense, it couldn't be worse. A touchscreen in the car. I hate touchscreens, it's true. But yeah, I don't really see that much of a way out, unless I actually was to invest a lot of money in one of those official Citroën systems. But then again, I think they're touchscreens as well, so I might as well put a cheap touchscreen, just as long as it works and it's easy to install. So anyway, you can count on that in the near future. And in the meantime, you know, like, share, subscribe, get funky t-shirts like this one at comfortablecar.club. And I thank you for watching. I bid you farewell.